I just want to sleep like this yesterday. But they're all still asleep, it seems. Yesterday must have been really tiring. Let me get some air. Can I be in control again? Not yet.
たくま。
うわっって悪夢か。脅かさないでくれよ。
たくまが起きたの見えたからついてきたんだ。たくまは何してたんだ？
何ってことはないけど、ただ昨日は大変な一日だったなって思ってたんだ。僕たちは課外キャンプに来ただけなのに、いきなり岩みたいな化け物に襲われて。
ごつもんだ。
そう、ごつもんに襲われてなんとか逃げたと思ったら、校舎はでかい雲の化け物のアジトになってて、
毒蜘蛛だな。
次から次へとわけのわからないことばかりで頭がついていかなかったよ。
そう？たくまは頑張ってたと思うぞ。
必死だっただけだよ。さらわれた仲間を助けられたのは春の協力があったからだし。
みんなびっくりしてたな。お化けじゃなかったのに。
あれはしょうがないだろう。二人と会った時は僕だって驚いたよ。昨日は結局疲れてすぐ寝ちゃったけど、考えなきゃいけないことはたくさんあるよな。
考えなきゃいけないことってなんだ？
Okay, now I can. And yeah, we were 6 harmony and 5 moral and 1 wrathful. So I guess we went the harmony route for that evolution. Now the question comes into play of, can we get the other evolutions if we complete whatever like requirement they might have? Like maybe the first one's given to us for free, and these ones, like the other ones, options are available only if we meet certain requirements now. And the story will just unlock whichever route one we get immediately. Maybe New Game Plus? I'm scared that it might be a thing of you could only digivolve at least the main Digimon at certain story increments when they're unlocked, and that's the one you just get. You're stuck with it. Because that would mean that you'd have to go into New Game Plus to get the other ones and fill out the entire Digivolution tree. But since I got one, I wonder if I should stick with Harmony now that I have it. That I started the branch now. Because if that tree is to be believed, I could go from this to the next one. I'm assuming that's Greymon up there to what would be probably War Greymon instead of whatever's supposed to be to the right here. Which actually we should be able to see that, right? Oh, that's gonna be weird. Trying to count that because it's not lined up properly. So like we have this guy right here. Then Tyrannomon. Oh, 38. What are the odds it's 72? No, it wouldn't be that. I'm not sure, like, is that Life Aqua number 1? I honestly don't know. Like, there's a Gabumon here, too. A Numemon right there. There's a Gizamon. Check Tyrannomon's evolutions. Huh. You can press square to switch the page, and it shows, instead of this, this. And there we can see Skull Greymon, what's it called? Metal Greymon into War Greymon. About the middle one is, what? The bottom right one's Machine Dramon, first off, I think, because the bottom evolution of this one looks like it is the, I forget what it's called. We said it earlier, but it's one of those, one of that Digimon. This is the generic? I guess. Yeah, it's just Machine Dramon for sure. So we can get War Greymon. We can get that middle one, which is, I don't know. It almost looks like one of the evolutions of Growlmon, but I don't know what it is. And then the bottom one is... it's Machine Dramon. So this is curious because according to this chart right here, why do you know all of this? Because we know the silhouettes. They're very distinct. They're very, I don't want to say iconic, but they're recognizable. Like the middle one, evolution, is Skull Greymon. How do I know this? It's the silhouette of Skull Greymon in almost every game that I've played. So it is curious to see this because according to this chart right here, the bottom one can only go into Machine Dramon. But according to this chart, the bottom one has a line that goes all the way up to the top one. Let me get my mouse. Can you see it on stream? Yeah, you can. This line right here going all the way up. But according to this chart, there's nothing like that. We can't digivolve to War Greymon. Are the hints gave? Then I'm gonna say no. You were a Digimon kid in school? Honestly, no. Honestly, as a kid, I was more into Pokemon, but like I enjoyed Digimon show more. I enjoyed the Pokemon games, but I enjoyed the Digimon, I guess you want to say property or anime, whatever you want to call it that. Everything else I had from the games, Digimon, I enjoyed because the only one I really had from reference was Digimon World 2 and what was that fighting game called? Rumble Arena or something like that? That one. Like that's all I really had going for me. Why are you grayed out as well? Probably because we've seen them and just have not captured them or befriended them or whatever it is, right? What should I think about right now? What's happening here?
今何が起きてるのか、僕たちはどうなってるのか、それをちゃんと知らないと助からないと思うんだ。
そうだな。でもどうすればいいんだ？
そこなんだよな。僕一人じゃ方法も思いつかないから、みんなにも協力してほしいんだけど、あとは救助を待つ間、ここで生活することを考えると、食料とかお風呂とか寝る場所とか。
たくま、大丈夫か？
やっぱり僕一人で考えててもしょうがないな。みんなにも相談しよう。
ああ、そうしよう。
I agree with you with that. Though I stopped caring for Digimon after the first generation, I still cared about it for a little while going forward in that. Like, I enjoyed Digimon Adventure 1. The second one was Vmon. I cared about it just because it led me into the first Digimon movie. After that, I saw only little bits of Tamers. Tamers was the one that I was watching as it was airing on TV. Like, and then I lost track. At some point or another, I remember watching Tamers up to like, I think, can't even tell you what story arc it was. But I remember Digimon Digivolving. I remember Renamon Digivolving. I don't remember exactly which story arc it was, but at that moment, I stopped watching it weekly because I had some stuff happen in real life. And when I came back, they were airing previous episodes that I thought, wait, did it just lap? It just like lapped over and I missed it and they're playing reruns now? But every now and then I'd catch an episode that I had never seen in out of order, and it just sort of screwed with me. But Tamers, I saw when it was airing completely, and I loved it. Oh no, not Tamers, Frontier, sorry. Frontier is the one I saw when it was just airing completely, and I loved it. It was kind of weird with the people turning to Digimon, but I still kind of enjoyed it. In large part, I'm gonna be upfront, the opening song was fucking great.
おはよう、ミノル。
ああ、おはよう、タクマ。
やっぱ夢じゃなかったんだな。
そうだな。
I figured I'd wake up by now. And I feel like, Angelo, that is a byproduct of what Pokemon and Digimon tried to do separately. Pokemon, it felt like it was a kid's show that was, at least in the beginning when I was watching it, felt like an episodic kids show that eventually, for me, it felt like it was moving more toward a story that will never advance status quo. That story that does not have to have an ending and never will have an ending. It felt like Ash would forever be 10 years old. It felt like while he got more badges, somehow things would never advance. And also, like, it was meant to sell the toys and the game. Whereas Digimon, while it felt at times like it was an episodic adventure, it had progress, it had character development, and it had an ending. Like, that was a very weird thing for me as a kid. Pokemon kept going, Digimon came to an end, and it was satisfying. It was conclusive. It was kind of heart-wrenching at the time because I had never seen a show from beginning to end like that. And Pokemon just kept going.
あんなことがあって、よく眠れたよな、俺たち。
まあ、昨日はいろいろあったしな。
はあ、すげえな。朝日の中で改めて見ると、本当に廃墟だぜ、この学校。
あんな化け物と戦ったんだよな、僕たち。
僕もだよ。
俺もな。
ああ、本当夢じゃないんだ。
I have no Japanese training whatsoever, but to me that's not like they said this isn't a dream instead of
ああ、本当夢じゃないんだ。
it's not like that says this isn't a dream instead of this is real. I'm noticing little things like that I would not say it's translation mess ups. It's just weird because the weird little bits of Japanese that I know, mainly phrases and certain words, it's like, wait, what?
おはよう、たくまくん、みのるくん。
They did say this is a dream. I know at least one Japanese phrase.
あ、葵さん、はよう。
おはよう、葵さん。昨日はよく眠れた？
I get the feeling that Pokemon as a show is changing in recent years. I hope for Ash to actually have a birthday someday. Technically, he did. They just don't acknowledge it. Don't forget, in the first Digimon movie, that little thing about like the Pikachu and all the Digimon. No, fuck that. No, about all the Pokemon, like having a day off or whatever in like some weird adventure. Ash says this is the 1 year anniversary since they first met. That means a full year has passed. And nothing advanced. As much as you want to say, as much as like the movies are non-canon, there has been moments that sort of show that time has passed, people have grown up, but Ash is still 10.
ええ、まだ少し疲れているけれど、頭はすっきりしたわ。
そっか、ならよかった。
ああ。お、りょう先輩、お寝坊ですね。
っせえや。こんな状況で寝れっか。
Actually, just about changing clothes. True. I would actually wonder, does Ash grow taller? Or did his growth spurt, like, end abruptly at 10 years old?
お前らはグースが寝やがって。おかしいんじゃねえのか。
まあ亮先輩はずーっと教室にいたり気絶したりして休んでましたからね。
なんだと。
とりあえずみんな起きてきたようだし、これからどうするか相談したいんだけど。
とにかく昨日はいろいろありすぎで、あのままみんな疲れ果ててバタン9だったもんな。つうかなんでタクマが仕切ってるんだよ。
そうだそうだ。
いや、なんでアグモンがそっちに回るんだよ。
Everyone, don't be silly. You see, I have the goggles. Protagonists always have goggles in Digimon. I don't know why, they just do.
そういうのは年長者でやんねえとな。葵先輩、亮先輩、どうぞ。
Don't you dare.
こんな時だけ先輩って呼ばないでよ。私は
どうするもこうするもどうにもなんねえだろ。
That's real for you. I guess last night's events didn't help.
とにかく俺はおめえらの引率なんてする気もねえし、器じゃねえ。知らね
He's still a bitch. Gotcha, Ryo. And Kunemon's still putting up with you. I'm sorry for the little guy.
うん、まあそうだよね。じゃあ葵さんは。
ごめんなさい。私も頼りにされるほどしっかりはしてないわ。
That's right, Aoi. You don't have goggles.
真面目なのに。
それとこれとは別でしょ。
そんなことないって。葵は優しいし真面目だし頼りになるって。
だから買いかぶりよ。私今だって不安で不安で。そもそも今私たちはどうなってるの？子供だけで一晩迷ってて帰ってこないのよ。きっと大騒ぎになってるはずだわ。なのに。
そうか、確かにヘリの一台でも飛んでておかしくないよな。
朝になっても救援に来てくれる様子もないなんて、一体何が起きてるのかしら。
そりゃあ山で遭難ならともかく今いるの後者だしな。むしろここに人がいない方が不自然だろ。行方不明なのは俺たち以外の全人類じゃねえのか。
そんな不安を煽るようなこと。
だってそうだろ。見てみろ、スマホも繋がらねえ。
Are the phones still working? Because I don't know if we have electricity to charge them.
どうなってる。人類はもうおしまいなんじゃねえのか。そうでなきゃ俺たちがおしまいって話だろ。
確かに行方不明のガキなんて構ってられない。すっげえ天変地異が起きてるとか。
やめてよ。
いやだってこの校舎見てみなよ。俺たちが気絶してる一瞬でこれだぜ。周囲の景色まで変わってるんだ。これって何なんだ。異常事態だぜ。
The trolley for 4 people is pretty small. I mean, there's more than just 4 kids missing, though. Oh, so how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And you? I'm not sure if I said your name right. Sorry.
パラレルワールドに飲み込まれたか、それかタイムスリップでもしたのかな。謎の超兵器が作動したとか。それで一瞬で校舎が朽ちて地形が変わったとか。いや違うよな。このボロボロさって地震とか爆撃じゃなくて古びた感じだぜ。なあ、一体何が起こってるんだろうな。すっげえワクワクしねえか。
しないわ。とても不安よ。
バカかおめえ。
I'm actually agreeing with Rio. I'm breaking character here. I would never agree with him.
それに昨晩の怪物は何なの？
何なのって言うなら言っちゃなんだけどファルコモンたちもだぜ。
俺もか。
とにかく今分かっていることは人の姿が消えて課外キャンプの急行車がボロボロになって、そしてその周辺の地形もなぜか見覚えのない形にすっかり様変わりして、そんでもって立ち込める例の霧で状況がまるでわからない。その霧もなんだか触れると危ないって話だ。
話っていうか本当に危ないんだよ。
らしいな。そして何よりここには得体の知れない怪物がうじゃうじゃいる。
Oh shit, Grave, what up? Yo, Rebellion, you played the Digimon TCG? Yeah, I did. I love the way they have like that sort of mana energy system. I really enjoy it. How's it going, man? Welcome. I mean, there's more on the Izzy side of things, kind of, and that's probably just like his collar style thing, right?
得体の知れない怪物なんかじゃないぞ。
じゃあ何なんだよ。
Kind of smart, but still lacking the growth to be the wise one. Izzy was always like the technical smart. He relied very much on his laptop to do a lot of things. Okay, it's just my bros trying to get me to try and just wondering if you've played it. Oh, I've played it and I enjoy it. I play it physically. Like I have my actual deck over there that I just play because I'm the guy that plays the yellow deck. Why the yellow deck? Because when I opened my first packs, that was the first like good card I got, so I said I'm gonna build a deck around it. It didn't really go well, but hey, I made it. I pieced together something, and I enjoy it because it plays almost like white from Magic the Gathering. It's like a blend of white and red almost. It's a lot of like the way I played it was a lot of security control. Like Pokemon, they have like those cards, prize cards they have to like ram into to try and take, but in Digimon they're flipped over and they actually take effects. And Yellow, when I played it, was a lot of this card goes in security pile, so you just put prize cards back on top that they have to try and beat you. You just keep increasing your HP and they can't do shit about it. You keep recycling it, you keep on eventually just winning them by sheer durability and opportunism that they can't beat. Plus, they actually had some pretty good targeted destruction. Sometimes go back to the old Digimon card battle on PS1. The only knowledge I have of the old Digimon card game is having some of the physical cards, not knowing what they did, and Digimon World 3 that had like a Digimon card game minigame in it that's not reflective of the actual game whatsoever. Fun, but not reflective whatsoever.
僕たちは僕たち、あいつらはあいつらだよ。
だからそれをちゃんと説明してくれよ。
Because story in Pokemon deck, that sucks, man. I never really had a Pokemon deck because I never got to playing it physically. Digitally, I have a deck in that Pokemon online game thing, but I never got a chance to play it physically. In terms of physical card games, I only ever played Magic the Gathering briefly. I was a mainly red-white player, largely more on the red, but I dabbled on white. I played Digimon. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! That's it, actually. Damn. Yu-Gi-Oh! Really dominated just my old school life when I went to regionals with it. It's kind of hilarious. Understand how to play Pokemon. I understand it, I just don't have the cards or the money to get into it. Yu-Gi-Oh! I have a sunk cost fallacy with that thing. I still have my old burn deck. It is still legal. I looked it up, and it is still trolly as fuck. I lose more often than I win, but I make sure if I go down, I take the fun with me. Play burn and mill. Just have fun that way. Whereas Digimon, it's still recent, and my deck can still do some stuff. I still doubt I'm going to win a lot of things because I feel like some of the new cards are damn good. I want to get them. But, like, it still has a sound strategy. Gonna miss Yu-Gi-Oh! Story games on the DS. Konami, please. some of those Yu-Gi-Oh! Games are fun. They're weird in like a way based on when you played the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games. It was either a simulation of the TCG or what the fuck drugs were they on? I want some of that shit. Like, Forbidden Memories. I don't know what they were thinking at the time. Because I remember someone saying that the game was made before we actually got the TCG ever, and it was based off of the manga. And like I find that fascinating because it was just so weird but fun. And, like a lot of games had their own little quirks about how they did things mechanically. But then at a certain point, it just said, now it's just simulation of the game itself. Juice of the Roses was wild, man. That was wild. You did the Dragon Lockdown deck back then, and it made it so you couldn't use spells, traps, or monster effects. Plus, then my friends feared me for how I'm pulling it off. No, in old Yu-Gi-Oh! For everyone watching the videos, we're gonna be on tangent for a little while. For old Yu-Gi-Oh! I played burn or stall in whatever way I could. How would I do it? Cards like Messenger of Peace, cards like Gravity Bind, cards like Level Limit. I would actually non-ironically run cards like Labyrinth Wall. Why? Nobody fucking expected it. I would run cards like Just Alerts. I would run cards like Wave Motion Cannon. And just say, either get rid of this card in 8 turns, or you lose. Or how many turns I wanted, because I would sometimes use it for random ass fear tactics. There's this one card I remember running that everyone kind of like found annoying. It never really did much. It was just annoying. It was a card that said both players take 200 life point damage. The next turn, double that, and then double it, and double it, and double it until someone lost. And I, as the guy that played Burn, I would always like be rather helpful, and I would chip them down enough that it just turned into a math problem they had to solve. And it was just fun. For me, at least. They hated it, but it was fun.
説明できるような僕じゃないからね。
そんなの胸を張って堂々と言うなよ。
ってことで一番賢そうなファルコモンの出番だぜ。
俺か。
Yu-Gi-Oh! and Pokemon have very similar problem where they feel the need to add a new gimmick every gen, and it feels so unnecessary. I haven't really kept up with the Yu-Gi-Oh! Games, so I cannot say how true that is, but in Pokemon, for the ones that I've played, I certainly feel that. With the newest one, I don't know what it was, with the ones before that Sun and Moon having, what, Dynamax or whatever that was, then before that, it was Mega Evolutions, I believe, and every single one had to have, like, some new idea to push to the front of it. And in a way, I appreciate that as a way to spice it up, but they spice up the games in a way that I feel does not fully address any problems that people have with the original games.
そうね、お願い。私悪もんじゃ無理かも。
心得た。さて、どうしたものかな。我々もまた我々の存在に疑問を持ったことがない。
Oh, all right. I might have misunderstood then. If you're talking about the TCGs, then actually no. Every season also technically has that. Yeah, there's a Synchro season. There is a Fusion season. There's an XYZ season. Pendulum, Link Summoning for Yu-Gi-Oh! All right, gotcha. New gimmicks is new to itself. They have to maintain the money somehow because they can't print it forever. So they gotta keep on finding a new way to print it forever.
ただ、君たち人間の世界と我々の世界が別物なのは確かだ。
やっぱりパラレルワールドなんだ。
その言葉の意味は俺にもわからない。
Is it a parallel world?
確かに常軌を逸した状況だとは思うわ。でも異世界かどうかはまだわからないわ。だったらこうして人の手による建物がどうしてあるの？
それは人間だけじゃなく建物ごと迷い込んだ？
How? And why would they be transported in this way?
だったらこんなボロボロの校舎じゃなくて私たちのいた校舎じゃない？
Not gonna lie, Gundam has that, but the gimmick is, how can we make this children commit war crimes better? One of these days, I'm gonna actually sit down and watch Gundam and put that there to the test. Does every season have a child commit a war crime? Who knows? I do appreciate the new breed of Pokemon games going for a full-size game instead for mobile. I have not played much of the new games, so I cannot tell you. I tried Pokemon Sun and I could not get into it. I did not even try any Pokemon game after that. After those, I have legitimately not played. So for all I know, they might be actually addressing it. Like the new one, from what of the new Pokemon games that are coming out, the only thing I know is that there's a Pokemon called Lechonk. That's it. Because I've seen that fucking face so much, and I'm like, yeah, I'd name it that too. But aside that, I don't know a fucking thing else. I can't tell you.
構造は課外キャンプの校舎と似てるけど、やっぱりここの校舎は別物のように思うわ。
それに関しては俺もわからない。野山や木々、岩、海、川、それら自然界にあるもの以外の建物の存在はある日突然現れたと聞く。
誰がどうやって？
さあ、神と呼ばれる存在、あるいはそれに近しい力を持つ同胞なのか。正しいことなど何もわからないし、何よりこの世界の住民はさまざまな力や姿を持つ。凄まじい力を持つ者、弱くか細い者、何でも器用にこなす者、何もできない者。
つまりお前たちのお仲間が作った可能性すらあるのか？手先が器用なやつが人間の建物を真似て作ったとか、何かすごい力で人間界の建物をこっちに持ってきたとか？
わからない。ただ俺の知っていることを並べるなら、我々の世界の住民は一様ではない。言葉を交わし意思疎通もできる温和なものから、話も通じない凶暴なものまでいる。そして人間という存在もまた我々の中ではおとぎ話のように伝わっていた。
I think they should rethink how they animate speaking birds. Why? What's wrong with the way this bird speaks, man?
いや、実際に接触したのはこれが初めてだ。ただ
Is it the teeth? It might be the teeth. Because for me it's the teeth.
どこからか人間の子供と呼ばれる存在が現れ、我々に力をもたらせてくれる
It looks
と
weird
い
to
う
me.
話だ。
あ？それって。
Meat just goes up and down, so do our mouths. Same shit, right? The way we talk. And the story of the Monogami. Could this be the truth behind those stories?
先の毒グモンとの戦いでアグモンが見せたような、より強い姿に変化する者もいるとのこと。
なんで急に姿が変わってそれで強くなったりするんだ？
わかんない。
外部の影響、人間との接触なんかが媒介となって急激な変化が起こっているのかしら。優位的な選択変化、すなわち進化ね。本能的にそれを一台で行えるなんてすごいわね。
すごいんだ。意味は分かってないけど。
俺たちにとってはそれが当たり前のことで、疑問に感じたこともないからな。もちろん進化はそれだけに限らないし、人間の子供が必ずしも力をもたらすわけでもない。あるものはそれによって世界が破壊されるというし、あるものはそれによって世界が救われるとも言う。あるものは人間の子供を、いや、この話はよそう。とりあえず俺の知る俺たちの存在に関しては説明できるのはこれくらいだ。ミノルの望むような明確な答えも出せず面目ない。
いや、今はそれだけ分かれば十分だよ。
十分？何もわからないも同然じゃねえか。要は何も知らないくせに何でもありって、そんなデタラメの何を信じろってんだ。
あの先輩の言うことは気にしなくていいぜ、ファルコも。
Oh, Minoru. We're gonna become good friends, aren't we?
ミノルが言うならそうさせてもらおう。
でも確かにどうしたものかしら。
おう、春たちも起きたみたいだ。
ほら見ろよ、あいつまだあの子たちにビビってる。
あいつって言うなよ。 仮にも先輩だぞ。
仮にもってよっぽどひでえな。
うっせえな。
あ、逃げてった。
春たちも何か知ってるかもしれないし、一度校舎に戻って2人と一緒にどうするか決めよう。それでいいかな、ファルコも。
承知した。
Was that a... Hold up.
話の続きは
Ah, damn it.
校舎とやらの中でしよ承知した。
That bird just did a fucking umu.
承知した。承知した。
I associate that with Nero after Fate, and this is weird.
おはよう。
ああ、おはよう。
何ちびっこ相手にかしこまってんだよ。
おはよう。
おはようございます。
そういうミノルこそ女の子相手になんだよその態度。
紳士だからだよ。
ああ、おはよう。みゆきさんだっけ。昨日は幽霊と間違えてごめん。
Green, UEF, how's it going? Welcome.
いい。気にしてないし。
りょうはあんなとこにまだビビってんのかよ。
みゆきたちといると気まずいんだろう。
He's still just a scaredy guy. I'm alright, you? I'm doing good. Hanging in there, playing this game, and looking at the clock thing I'm gonna have to end the stream soon because I gotta go out and be a functional adult, and that sucks sometimes. I'd rather be playing more of this game.
ギャーっつって気絶してたもんな。
You have a favorite character so far? If only by process of elimination, Minoru. Minoru has so far had the least amount of foot in mouth moments, but also just like not being a bitch moments. Like Rio so far, negative points. Aoi, couple of positive points. Minoru, he's had some fucking good lines. I like the man. He did faint after all.
つっても隠れるでもなしにあんな隅っこでこっちの方をチラチラ見られてもな。
あ、おはよう、みゆきちゃん、はるくん。ゆうべはよく眠れたかしら。
うん。
There they go again. On the same wavelength, or is she just parroting him?
そう。困ったことがあったらいつでも言ってね。こんな状況だし、お互いに助け合わないとね。
うん。ありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
Always the type of person everyone needs. Sweet, reliable, responsible, and not judgmental.
お姉ちゃん。
That is not what she... What? Wait.
お姉ちゃん。
I don't think that says sentiments. I know shockingly little Japanese, but I'm pretty sure that is not sentiments.
お姉ちゃん。
Or am I wrong? I'm ready to be wrong, but I don't know if I am.
みゆきちゃんからすれば私だってお姉さんだもんね。
I'm so sense his sister. He's like,
ありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
it's like, thank you, big sis, something like that. Instead of thank you, we appreciate sentiment. And then she says,
お姉ちゃん。
big sis. And then we say,
みゆきちゃんからすれば私だってお姉さんだもんね。
in the new translation they're doing, this makes sense. Hearing the Japanese, I can tell it's not a direct translation, and the flow of the conversation is just a bit ajar, and I'm noticing it with what little I understand. Because Haru is saying something, we're parroting, Miyuki's parroting it, and Aoi is like responding to that, saying like, "Huh, why are you like?"
うんみゆきちゃんからすれば私だってお姉さんだもんね
These are just older men and or women. Gotcha. Always considerate, but I guess she has some trouble with people like this. I mean, this is a special situation. We may know Angela, but others may not. It's always good to clear things up sometimes. You never know when someone doesn't know.
気にしないで。お姉ちゃんはずっとああなんだ。
そうなの
怖い目にあってね。僕を守ってくれたんだけど、それからずっとああなんだ。
怖い目って
ごめん。覚えてないんだ。
Man, I don't know what happened, but it must have left some deep scars on them.
そうかわいそうに
On our move, and the same thing could have happened to us. It goes in the big brother is being polite and thanking. Sister imitates him in doing the same. Oh, he said there's no need to be that formal. Ah. I get this distinct feeling that if you were to play this game knowing Japanese, and if you were to play this game only knowing English, you would have two... Hi, Yubi. Cat just comes running up to me. What? Oh, you are. Time for your food? Yeah, it's time for your food. But still. Not the keyboard. Not the... Yubi. This is one of the games that you could mess up if you step on the keyboard. You could skip stuff for all I know. But I feel like if you were to play this game with only Japanese, the story would probably be the same in broad strokes, but certain characters might feel a bit different. If you hadn't met Agumon and the others, I sure doesn't think what would have happened. This was supposed to be just a fun camping trip. Why'd it have to turn out like this?
それで話の続きだが、他に聞いておきたいことはあるか？
じゃあ他にはそうだあの霧って何なんだ
とにかくあの霧は危険なんだ近づくと本当にまずいのあの霧に飲まれたやつはどうなってしまうかわかんない多分気配ごと何もかも消えて
Which is funny because my friend said to me the BR translation had a quote-unquote wrong thing in being too literal, probably coming from the English translation. Huh. I wonder if they were translated from English or if they were translated from Japanese to Brazilian Portuguese. I'm not sure.
だったらもしかしてあの霧の向こうに行けば元の世界に帰れるかもよ
いや無理
絶対ダメ
やめておけ。
そうよどうなるかもわからないようなことを試して取り返しのつかないことになったらどうするの
具体的にどうなるかはわからないが直感的にも本能的にも確実に危険を感じる
まああの霧のせいで気を失ったり変な場所に迷い込んだのは確かだしな
We've all experienced that. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely dangerous. Can we do something about the fog? I mean, no, we honestly can't. What I know is they got some of the names ridiculously wrong when translating. Huh. I wonder how. Like, how do you incorrectly translate a name? Digimon names? That I honestly don't know. English names are different from Japanese normally. Some of them. I honestly cannot tell you which one specifically, but I know some of them are. But I'm gonna say we should just stay away from the fucking fog.
あの霧は危ない。近づかないに越したことはないよ。
そうだ、ここでじっとしてりゃいいんだよ。
動く動かないは別にして、ここに居続けてもどうにもならないと思うんだよな。とにかく今のままじゃ遠出すらできないよ。昨日から飲まず食わずだし。
何か食べられるものが欲しいよね。
じゃあみんなで手分けして校内を探してみましょう。
いや、やっぱ他に人がいないか探すのが先だって。そもそもさ、課外キャンプ参加者じゃないみゆきたちも迷い込んでるんだぜ。他にもまだ近くに誰かいてもおかしくはないんじゃね？
そうだ。そういえばみゆきちゃんたちはどこから来たのかしら。
あっち。
あっち。あっちってどっち？
あっち。
あっち。そう。
あー、ダメだこりゃ。
ガキにまともな話を聞けるわけねえだろ。ついでにそっちの女も幼児と同じおつむと来たもんだ。
りょうくん、それはあんまりよ。
They're not pair, but it looks like they're lost in here. Same as us.
とにかく他に誰かいるかどうかはまだ博打みたいなもんだけどよ。そもそもあの場ではぐれた自分たちがこうしてこの学校に集まれたんだからさ。もしかするとさきや修二さんや教授くらいはこの近くにいるかもしれないぜ。
そうか、あの神社に祠、あそこにいたんだもんな。
So what's your bet? Who of the two are ghosts, or are they both ghosts? I'm gonna say probably. If we're going with the ghost theory right now for them, I'm gonna say maybe the brother. Because in the opening scene, we see the brother getting sucked into the vortex while they're already in the Digimon world space. So odds are the sister is, I want to say the sister might be real, and the brother is like something guiding her around to take care of her. I don't know. Yeah, why change that? It's not like Dukemon or Omnimon or Gatomon. Even in English, Yadagasamon was called Yadagaramon. No, it's Chromon. What they did in the 90s. BGM is loud compared to your voice, Imo? Oh, sorry, man. What up? I can fix that. Hopefully that's good. Sorry about that. They even had to re-edit the evolution in English, including the name, and it got blurry as hell.
だから手分けして探してみようぜ。
だからここが異世界かどうかなんてまだわからないでしょ。 仮に異世界だとしても、それは私たちの世界とつながっている世界ってことでしょ。そうとでも考えないと、人間の建物までここに迷い込むなんておかしいわ。
なるほど。どこかで何か境界が曖昧なところがあるかも。
もしそうだったら救援が来る可能性だってゼロじゃないわ。それなら迂闊に動くより助けが来るまで待機してた方がいいと思うの。
それは俺も賛成だな。
Wow. Ryo's not arguing.
ええ、だからその間食べ物とかはちゃんと確保しなきゃ。
だからどうせ救助も来るわけねえんだよ。教授や修士がいるかも、いるかどうかもわかんねえやつ探してどうすんだ。ここでじっとしとく以外何ができるってんだよ。
じっとしててもどうにもならないわよ。
じゃあどうすりゃいいんだよ。動いたら好転するってもんでもねえだろ。そもそも俺たちは何もしてねえのにわけわかんねえ状況に追い込まれてんだぜ。だったら何かすれば元に戻れる可能性あるのかよ。意味もなくうろつき回って危険を増やしてどうすんだよ。まあ死にたいやつだけ死ねばいい話だけどよ。
That dude still needs some more. But I see his point. Remotely. Minato and Aoi are only talking about possibilities. Doesn't exactly help us. He speaks the truth. No point in searching if it puts us in danger for no reason. It's not like he's totally given up. He has. He's checked out of everything. Aoi at least wants to look around a bit for food and supplies. Minato wants to go out and see if we can find anyone nearby. And Ryo thinks it's all pointless. He wants to hole up in here. Well then, what should I do? And I guess this is one of the first branching points of the game. Who do we go with, or what do we tell the group to do? Just making sure there's no random things here. What's the most important number one priority in a survival situation? Survival, the main thing. Find a way to survive. Food and shelter. Once you have that squared off, then you can start branching out. Start doing other things that does not directly involve you waking up in the morning still. Realistically, Aoi is, I think, the correct one in that we have to find something to take care of ourselves. We can hold ourselves up in here as long as we want, but fucking fun fact, do you know how quickly the human body shuts down without water? Where do you find water here? What about food? We got none of that shit here, man. So we gotta find some food and some water, something to survive. Then we can start trying to find people to help us. We can go weeks without food, yeah. It's water and a place to sleep and not die to the wildlife. We can go a long time without food, but it's gonna suck. But it's also a thing about the Digimon. We gotta think about them too. How are they gonna eat? Or will they eat us out of cannibalism? Who knows? We gotta figure that out. God, my fucking... I hear a sound. I'm like, what's that going on behind me? I turn around, and there's this like half-turned over Amazon box on a pile of clothes, with him just poking his head out and meowing meekishly like, I'm stuck. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream right here. It's a decent enough point, it's a branching point right here where we can figure this out and be ready for next time, right?
Ready, dude?
Hey, Yonyu, thanks for the follow, you're awesome. Pick Aoi because she's cute. I would pick Minoru because he's a bro and he's a man of culture so far, but we gotta figure out more about all the characters before we think about even deciding about any of that. But I'll be back tomorrow, pick up where we left off, and we will be playing more Digimon Survive. Until then, stay awesome, everyone. And hopefully, you'll let me entertain you one more time, another time. See ya. I gotta go be an adult, and I gotta find some food because just like my cat, I'm hungry too.